Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I am Conostip and this is going to be part 43 of my Imperial campaign, where I'm playing as the Julii. And it is well past time that I get a move on. I have to start taking some settlements. It's been a slow campaign. It's part 43. That's slow even by my standards. I know I've been talking about this in the last couple of episodes, but yeah, let's get moving on here. In the last episode, I don't think I took any settlements. I was just building my military buildings. I did decide to build military buildings everywhere. Even places that I hadn't really considered before, like Lemonum and Condate Redinum. So I think that I am at the end of this turn here, so I don't think that there's any point. Although there is a battle. So I was trying to decide, do I want to fight this battle against these 3 rebel units, or do I want to come up here to assist against this small Gallic army? A handful of units. So 8 units, but they're going to be pretty small in strength. So I could go over there just to sort of relieve this this siege of this fort over here. I could also potentially bring units out from Osca to handle these brigands as well. That's another option. How long would it take for this army to get over here? So it would take 3 turns. I think that I should start moving in that direction. I'm a little bit worried though. I don't want to get caught out, so I want to keep an eye on this as he's moving along. Is there other reinforcing armies in the vicinity? Not that I can see, but my vision's very limited. I'm going to be training a spy here in Osca so that I can start to get some vision on this peninsula. So let's relieve that. Also, I do have a second army that's on the way. These boats are going to be picking up these units here in Eburacum and then moving on. And that leads me to a question that I actually don't know the answer of, which is that how many units can fit on a fleet? Is it 1 stack per boat? Is it multiple stacks per boat? I actually don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll find out because already this is a, like a little bit more than a half stack right here. And I have 10 more units that I want to pick up here in Eburacum. These 2 light auxilia, these 3 archers, and the 4 cavalry units, and the ballista. And actually, no, I'll probably leave, I'll probably bring my faction leader as well, Harrius the Killer. Yeah. So if I can fit all of those, now this is a sizable fleet. There is 5 boats in this fleet. So yeah, maybe that matters, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know what the math is on that. So that's something that I do need to learn. All right, hopefully they don't get caught out. This could have been a bad move if there's like a big army just right around the corner. Hopefully not. I haven't seen anything too threatening from the Gauls in some time. So yeah, let's hope. All right, let's not linger too long over here. I will be attacking Eburacum in the next turn. I can't reach it right yet, and there might be forces coming from the Britons, coming from Patavodorum. Yeah, they got a stack hanging out here on this bridge. They're still a ways off, and I have a stack here in Samora Briva, so I should be fine. Also, is this still in play, or let me double check that. Senate missions is going to be Numantia, so it's not going to be this, it's Numantia. Numantia is down here, yeah. Okay, so actually, yeah, that's perfect, because I can siege that port, or blockade that port with its army after I handle those Gauls. So yeah, that makes sense. My fleets have been getting their butts kicked, just left and right. In fact, yes, I am retraining those boats. I mean, they could also go down there as well after they've been retrained, but yeah, it's not too important. Let's keep hunting with these boats. Yeah, let's finish these guys off.
Attack! Victory!
Yeah, let's try to clear these waters up, just because there's been a lot of boats. Whether it's the Britons, there's a 3-star admiral over here that we would be nice to get rid of, and brigands, pirates, like there's just been a lot of trouble, mainly for these fleets over here. But yeah, my stronger fleet up here can probably do a bit of work helping out. All right, I already checked that I already have all my build orders set. I'm building everywhere, that feels pretty good. I'm building everywhere, and that should be allow me to get my production moving along. So let's move along here. Let's try to keep the pace just slightly higher. Okay, so they are going to be attacking. That's kind of cool. Except for the fact that they're going to be bringing a lot of chariots to bear. Yeah, they're going for it. So they're going to have, okay, 2 head hurlers and a unit of British light chariots. And for those of you who are new to the game, head hurlers is like an interesting unit. They throw heads at you. Heads coated in lime. So they have bonus versus armor properties, is my understanding. Yeah, effective against armor. And actually their stats are not, like, they're not bad. It's a 80-man unit, and melee attack of 13 and a charge of 6 is like, yeah, not bad. Low defense, yeah, so like they're a glass cannon unit. Obviously, they want to be using their 18 missile attack. It's effective against armor, mind you. It's not a long-ranged weapon. They can't throw the heads that far. I don't know how many heads they have. They have like a brace of heads on them. I don't know. Yeah, is it like 8 heads? I don't know. But it can be useful. I don't know how well the AI uses it, but they are a dangerous unit. And then what is the faction leader going to have? So obviously he's going to have some chariots, and then British heavy chariots, and then 2 more British light chariots. So that's going to be 5 chariots altogether, correct? And then 3 swordsmen, and then chosen swords, warbands, some more head hurlers, and some slingers. All in all, like not a bad force, but also same for me. I also have a pretty decent force as well. 4-star general. Let's fight this one.
Today we go into battle against the Britons. Men both mad and brave in equal measure. They stand alone. No friend has come to this place to die for them. Does this not say something about their honor? They're standing among nations. The first move in this particular game is theirs, I think. We outnumber them by a small margin. From such small beginnings are great victories crafted. The enemy will undoubtedly try to slaughter us at a distance. We must charge home and stop their cowardly plan. Many times I have faced this enemy, and many times I have beaten them. Today, when we win, this victory will be yours as much as mine. The portents are bad, my friends, but I do not care. I know that I have brave men at my back, and only the enemy in front of me. And the first man to the enemy gets a jug of my finest wine!
That's not a bad reward. A jug of fine wine? Sure, okay. And the Britons are wisely attacking me in a snowstorm. This is good for them. Now, first off, they would be getting their bonus to fighting in the snow regardless of whether it's a snowstorm or not. But in addition to that, a big part of the power of my army is my 3 archer units, archer auxilia. Yeah, with their long range and their good stats. Yeah, they're a powerful unit, and their effectiveness is going to be diminished in the snowstorm. And despite what my general said during the speech, the range capabilities of the Britons is not, they're not going to want to stand back and, have a ranged duel with me, because I have longer range. Yes, they have like more head hurlers, but like I said before, it's going to be shorter range units. And looks like we're going to have possibly some, yeah, we should get some high ground here. Although their reinforcements, would they be coming from over there, I think, perhaps? Maybe. I think that the attacking force is the force. Gosh, actually, I don't know. I don't know what the attacking, I can't remember. Shoot. I can't remember if the main force was the bigger force or the reinforcing force was the bigger force. Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. My bad. We have ourselves positioned, and they are coming up this hill towards us, so let's try to face them like that. And I heard that they have reinforcements coming on, but I can't see them so far. Looks like, okay, yeah, looks like they are coming on right behind them, if that's them in the distance. So I might be able to take apart these two armies piecemeal if they're going to not be waiting for their reinforcements. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, like this is the red line right here, so I'm not seeing anything coming from there. My archers are already shooting at them as well. That's awesome because, yeah, they got head hurlers, yeah, 2 head hurlers and the British light chariots. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So let's get these javelin men selected so that we can move them back before they get charged. Let's see, can we get a toss in? And are the British light chariots gonna hang out and skirmish? Okay, if they're gonna hang out and skirmish, actually, let's see my javelins up. Yeah, because they have a bonus versus those chariots. So yeah, if you guys just want to kind of come out here. Yeah, there we go. So it looks like we are breaking at least one of those head hurlers, and now we should be taking apart those light chariots as well.
The enemy show their true virtue.
Perfect,
They're
nice.
not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
So still 17 men left. But yeah, that element got pretty much wrecked. So let's go ahead and get this part of the army back together like that. They are going wide here, trying to flank us with their chariots on this side. Well, on both sides. So let's kind of come back here with my cavalry and make sure that my spears are in position here and then here. Let's come back here. So those are the heavy chariots. So I think they just had the 1 unit of heavy chariots. I think, maybe. Let's see, that's going to be, yeah, like basically well, heavy chariots right there, essentially. So yeah, you guys can move back and spears can move up. Let's charge in there with my cavalry, and then let's sound the horn here to try to keep my guys.
The enemy king now shows his true colors as he runs.
Alright, so he's running away. So let's get my cav back here, actually, and let's get my spears back. And we should be taking care of... Ooh, did we... What happened over here? Okay, we got lucky, I guess. Yeah, because I wasn't paying attention to that at all, and I got lucky that I won that engagement. And what do we got here? Warbands, alright. And Chosen Swords. Alright, so Chosen Swords are going to be the fun ones to fight. Let's go ahead and send in my early legionaries. You guys can go ahead, no need. And you guys come here, and what are you guys? Warband? Yeah. You guys come back, please. And... man, you guys are just running in the wrong direction. Oh dear. Alright. And, alright, let's send the war dogs out. I think it's time. And, yep, there we go. We're breaking some swordsmen. I'm tempted to send the cav out to start chasing guys down, because it would be nice to... yeah, man, they're just running. Those light auxiliary are just running in the wrong direction. We might be able to get a attack on these warband. We might be able to break them. And should I send my general out to start running stuff down? It's dangerous because they still have chariots on the field. That's what kind of worries me. But we can definitely like start running down some stuff. Let's see here. Let's move up with my force and have you guys start running. And yeah, let's go here. So I might not, yeah, I might not get the chariots just because they're it's pretty dangerous to fight those with cavalry. So yeah, there's a pretty good chance that I'm not gonna get a wipe of this army, unfortunately, but if we can at least get rid of most of the infantry, that'd be still pretty good. And the last of them will be getting away. So yeah, it's a little indecisive, but
all Rome will be amazed at
that's
such
okay.
a victory.
So yeah, we lost 120 men. It appears we killed 786, and yeah, altogether that was okay. And now we should be able to lay siege to Eburacum in this turn, and then assault it. Jesus, that's a gigantic brigand army. Look at that. Alright, it's not that big. Look bigger on paper. Warband inside of there. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to bring an army from frickin' Alicia, perhaps?
General!
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. I don't really have anything in the neighborhood. I mean, I can start training stuff from this militia barracks next turn. And Lebanon as well can start training stuff, I think, in this turn. Yeah, I can actually start training cavalry and light auxilia here in Lebanon, so I could get like a local force getting, you know, prepared for that fight. And yeah, it looks like those Gauls have started to rethink laying siege to that fort. And then up here, so there's still force here in Deva. 4 units in here, and then an Eburacum. Yeah, those are some very damaged units because of... Yeah, I guess this Chosen Swordsman, did they not even engage?
General!
Jesus, hey, go away. So let's go ahead and
Besieging settlement, sir!
besiege this, and we can
Settlement under siege, sir!
take that in the next turn. Alright, how are we looking? So we have 9,000 in the treasury, okie dokie. We found an agent outside of Lebanon. Okay, I don't know if I have any assassins nearby. Thought I trained up. Who are you? You're an assassin? Okay, perfect. What's your stats? You got, alright, one skill level? Hey, I don't know about that. Go ahead and come down here. Ooh, you got three eyeballs worth? I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna work out. Yeah, that might not be worth it. You have 4. Man. Okay, so the Proconsul's Palace in Eburacum has been finished. So that's gonna be... Is that huge? Is that a huge city or large city? I think it's a large city. Alright, barracks in Segesta, cavalry stables in Lugdunum, stables in Lebanon, perfect. Love all this. Stone wall. Large temple of Jupiter in Londinium, that helps out a lot. And mines in Osca for a bit more money down there, perfect. Perfect, alright, so I should be able to start making a bit more money now thanks to those mines. And it looks like, yeah, war between the Bruttii and Egypt, sweet. And ceasefire between the Bruttii and Carthage, okay. But yeah, war between Egypt and... Must have been a naval conflict that was initiated, I think, because I'm not seeing any land conflicts that would have caused that to go off. Let's come down here, and there's a chance that you guys might just need to like make the trip all the way over to fight these brigands. It's gonna be a long trip, though. Yeah, it's gonna be a journey. I mean, I guess thanks to my highways, it's not gonna be that long. What, 3 turns to get up there?
Forward!
Yeah, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. And then you...
Forward!
Yeah, make your way over here and see if you can trap this Gallic army. And with this spy that I just trained up here in Osca, I'm wondering, should I go for this settlement down here that belongs to the Spanish or this last Gallic settlement? Looks like we can get to either place in just 2 turns. However, just to like really seal down the Pyrenees and make sure this does not happen anymore, I'm very tempted just to get rid of the Gauls. And that's going to put me in a position where I can't essentially attack, you know, any of the other 3 remaining Spanish provinces is what it looks like. So let's send my spy in that direction to scope things out. I'm really curious to see what they have there in that last settlement. Let's go ahead and bring our fleets over here. And how old are you? You're 54, so you should still have some fight left in you. And before we just throw all of these units on those boats, let's just take a step out, make sure we're going to be okay here in Eburacum. And yeah, low taxes will do the trick. Might want to recruit some more peasants.
Sir! Joining
And
the fleet, sir.
so they can't all get on. So is it only, you only get one stack no matter how many boats there is in the fleet? Is that how that works? That's a little interesting. I think, let's see, what do I want to do then? Let's just focus on making a normal stack then. So I would want you, and then,
Sir! General, orders.
and I think that's full? No, it's not. What am I missing? I'm missing one early legionary. Oh shit, was I supposed to wait in Eburacum? Yeah, darn it. Oh shoot. Okay. Damn. That was a mistake. So you can get there, you can get there in 2 turns. But there's a British diplomat up there, and I do not want to get,
Sir!
I don't want to get bribed. What's your range on you? Yeah, you can like go anywhere. So I don't want to leave this guy out in the open to get picked off. I mean, I can train early legionaries down here in Osca. So, yeah,
Ready to
you know
sail.
what? Like, I should probably just get going. Yeah, I can just, yep, that's fine. I can just train another early legionary. That'll be a full stack.
Aye, Captain.
So yeah, he's looking okay. I don't think I want you. I think I want the faction leader.
Sir! Aye, Captain. General. Aye, Captain.
Yeah, let's put you in Eburacum, and then
Move out.
faction leader can get on the boat.
The troops. March. Imperator.
And I actually do have room for, I mean, since I may as well bring the ballista since I have room for it.
Sir. Splitting the troops.
And then you can go back into Eburacum.
Ready to sail.
Alright, that looks okay. Yeah, so you start to make your way down to... Yeah, I guess just go to Osca.
Set sail.
Yeah, that's fine.
Out of move, sir.
I am now ready to end this turn, but as I do so, it's worth keeping an eye on these Britons, the Britons that are hanging out. Yeah, they've moved off their bridge and they're moving a bit closer to my territory. So yeah, it looks like they're thinking about it. That's a lot of chariots. All right, we'll keep an eye on that, but let's go ahead and drop a save. Let's end this turn. And did I have an assassin down in the Italian boot going after someone? Okay, I got attacked. All right. That's very brave of them. I don't think this is going to go well for them. 56 chosen swords ain't nothing. These are kind of, there's a few beefier units than I would have thought. But, you know, overall it's fine, I think. Is it going to be okay? My army's very small. 2 early legionaries, 2 Roman cav, 2 Archer Auxilia, and Quintus Julius still going strong. But I think we should be fine. The 2 Archer Auxilia is going to do very, very good. And we're defending, so as long as we have a bit of high ground, we should be okay here. Yeah, something like this should do quite nicely. This is a pretty decent high ground. They could come over from that direction and that would be a little bit more even for them, but we will see how they want to approach this. So it looks like their chosen swords is going to be on their left flank, my right. Let's make sure that my archers are both targeting those chosen swords. And swordsman in the middle, warband on their right flank. So that's actually kind of perfect for them because that's going to be my cavalry. Let's bring my cav over here and try to get them away from those spearmen. And they have, is it 2 skirmisher warband? Yeah, 2 skirmisher warband, okay. So, I mean, right now, they're taking a fair bit of casualties from my archers. Yeah, the longer they want to take to get up this hill, the better for me. These chosen swords are down to 28 men, and I don't know if there's going to be a unit left by the time they get to my lines, which is perfect because I'm going to have my cav on that flank. Perfect, yeah. They're going to be pretty much taken care of. In fact, I can probably charge them with both units. So let's get archers to start shooting at whoever. And then let's shoot... actually, if they're in range of my javelins, then we'll let my javelins pick them off as well. Yeah, now swords are getting hit. And now let's go ahead and get you into the skirmisher warband. And yeah, they just want to get picked off. There we go. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. And Roman Cav can go after swordsman. That's going to be my general. And yep, perfect. Let's just chase him down now. Let's make sure my archers are off of fire at will, so that we can reduce friendly fire. And yeah, let's make sure we get rid of them. Let's continue this battle and let's run all of them down.
And drive them from the battlefield.
That went quite well. We did lose 9 guys, but overall, not too bad. Now this army can go back and deal with those brigands that are right outside of Osca. And yeah, we should be able to march on to this last Gallic territory like right away. Sitting on 7,000 in the treasury, that's okay. I put in a few money buildings in that last turn, like some ports and some roads, which should be good. Alright, Cornelius Vitruvius, Priest of Jupiter. Who are you? You are here in Londinium. Okay, yeah, Priest of Jupiter is a good one, because that's command and management and influence. Yeah, that's a very good one. And then Ulpius Corvinus, Silk Merchant, 10% bonus to all trade income, and that's going to be you. Okay, perfect. And you are my faction heir, I believe. And Quintus Julius, he just passed away. I was wondering, gosh, I was going to say it right before I played that last battle. I was wondering if that was going to be his last battle. And yeah, it actually was. Yeah, no more Quintus Julius. It's a shame, but it's not, you know. He lived his life.
Your Honor.
All right, let's get you going. I just want to make sure there's no Gallic army about to pounce on me. Looks like we're kind of looking okay. And there's like nothing. Is there? Okay, there's 2 units in there. I was wondering if I could just walk in. Oh, I got excited. All right, but basically we can just walk in, almost. We just have to kill the people inside first. That's it. So let's start getting you back. Yeah, is that going to be faster to go around that way? Yeah, it's probably safer too. Alright, we got some buildings finished, militia barracks and Condati ready them, perfect. And yep, didn't recruit a whole lot, just a few units that I could afford. Alright, anything special, anything fancy? Nothing really? Alright, it's fine. Okay, so now this army... I'm so tempted to do a split push and just send these guys right down to attack them. Let's see where we're at. Like, let's see. I wasn't planning on having you lead in battle because you're a hypochondriac. -1 command when attacking. Okay, popular hero. That's, hey, +2 morale. That's something. But -6 from general's hit points. That's bad. You do not want this guy in a fight. But Quintus Julius just died, so I do have my faction leader on a boat heading down here, but he's leading this army. This army needs a general. There is, I thought I had someone else. Was there? No, I did not. It's just you, yeah. There's you, Caius Augunius. Now, you with all of your... He has a lot of good law traits, and that's why I put him in Narba Martius. In fact, he started making a lot of money for me when I put him in Narba Martius. Cutting down corruption by a lot. Holy shit. How many does he have? +1 to law. +1 to law. So +4 to law in total. Yeah, +4 to law. Yeah, he helped... He reduced a lot of corruption in Narba Martius. I might just want to keep him there. Because that's fantastic. Okay, I was able to bring that early legionary from Massilia and just kind of like piggyback off of this army. So now you go here, And then I think I did that. Yeah, I want you to go here just to use your... I don't know, maybe you can help out there.
Orders.
And then anything else piggybacked off this army? Not really. All right, so you guys can continue on your way to go fight those brigands. Eventually you will get there. And do I want to send these guys down to the Iberian Peninsula? I don't know. I'm not going to need these units down there, I feel like. Maybe I can just start building another army up in Lugdunum just to prepare for pressure. Ooh, the Britons. Okay, yeah, the Britons are going for it. Yeah. And I've just built stone walls. No, one more turn before the stone walls are finished. So hopefully those are finished before that army besieges me. Yeah, that would be really nice. If those walls get finished, I mean, even if they don't, I like my chances. But it would be really nice because then I could do a sally out and just use my wall defenses to really just pick apart this army. I mean, I got 3 Archer Auxilia. That's going to do a lot of damage from on top of those walls. So, yeah, come at me, bro. Do your worst. And let's get rid of this 3-star Admiral. Yeah, that's going to feel good. Did he just get away from me? God damn him. God damn him. Alright, let's just kind of go back into the port and we can... Yeah, let's retrain these boats while I still can, while I'm not under siege. It's very tempting to attack into them. It's winter time, so the entire army is going to be getting +3 against me. And I don't think that's an advantage that I want to give them. +3 is a lot. That's a big boost. What are you guys doing? Where'd you guys come from? What in the gosh darn? Some more chariots? Okay. Well, it's probably, unless I can find something else. No, yeah, I think I wanted to see, I wanted to see if I could bring this army out of Osca. Because I have 3 peasants here. And if I can bring them out... Jesus, I can. And that's fine. They're fine. Wow. Well, shoot, I might just... Yeah, leave Osca like that, and... These units will be getting there eventually, and they can just get retrained, I guess? I mean, they didn't take many casualties. But, yeah, I have an archer unit with Placus Fufetius. So, what am I missing? I'm missing the 2 cav, I'm missing the 2 early legionaries, and the 2 archers. Well, no, I'm technically only missing the 1 archer. Okay, yeah, let's just go. Let's just march on Numantia.
Onward.
And what that allows me to do is to send Harius Vinicianus, just go right after...
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yeah, go right after this settlement down here. In fact, this is probably the best place to attack from, just because this is going to be a river crossing. So yeah, just go after them right here. Yeah, that should be good. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take Eburacum. Just shooting at these chariot units while they're inside of this settlement should be no problem for my 3 archer units. So yeah, this shouldn't be too big of an issue. Yeah, attacking in the winter time, super not ideal, but like, yeah, it's not going to be an issue. Because all we have to do is just really shoot them. And that should be it. Yeah, 268 men. Let's take the settlement. Okay, well, about the snow. Yeah, this isn't ideal. This isn't ideal. I was planning on being very effective with my archers. They should still be effective, I would imagine so. Despite the fact that we are fighting in the snow. Hopefully they can still get the job done. If not, we will have to go in there I mean, we have javelins, we have pilum. We shouldn't have to fight those chariots in melee. Let's cross our fingers. They do have some chosen swords that are appearing like they're ready to make a stand against this gate. Our auxilia are throwing their javelins at them. Our light auxilia, that is. I don't know how effective those javelins are. They're kind of throwing straight up in the air and they're coming down on their heads. I don't know how accurate that is.
The enemy gate is down.
Yeah, getting a toss
battering ram has done its work.
through the gate, that seems like that should be doing better damage, I would imagine.
Our soldiers
Also,
are
let's
at the
get
walls.
my archers
Now they must
spread out. I think
batter
that they shoot better, more accurately when they're in a more spread out lines. Yeah, are we doing any damage to these guys? Alright, let's bring up my early legionaries so that they can throw their pilum at those chosen swords, because yeah, that's kind of the only unit that I'm really worried about here. Now they are bringing their British light chariots out in front to get shot at. Ooh, perfect. And the chosen swords are marching away from us. Perfect. Yeah, let's... where'd my archers go? Auxilia, light auxilia, archer... Archers, there you are. Yeah, get as many shots into them as possible, but don't chase. Just you know, just stay where you are. Get as many shots into their rear. Perfect. That's awesome. And yeah, these guys as well are getting messed up. Yeah, that's really nice. So let's go ahead and let's try to get these light auxilia in here as fast as possible. You start running, make sure that you are in guard mode. And yeah, legionaries you can pop in as well. Cohorts going in there, and then yeah, auxilia go here. Now that we have our men coming inside, they might want to bring their chariots back out. Let's see, British light chariot and chosen swords, just 39 left in that unit. Yeah, they got a few chariots inside of this settlement. Light auxilia, I think you're out of javelins. Yeah, I probably should have saved them javelins. That would have been smarter. Yeah, these guys are all out. Well, I still have pilum left. So there is that. So let's get these early legionaries coming in. And yeah, British light chariots, like where do you guys want to go? You guys want to charge into my legionaries? Yeah, looks like they just got messed up. And then on this side, yeah, chosen swords can have a good fight against my auxilia. But there's only 38 left of them. British light chariots, yeah, they think they want to shoot at me. That's fine. Early legionaries are marching on in. And I may as well... it's like, I think I got my groups mixed up. Yeah, I don't want you guys to be a group. And let's get my general closer. Yeah, chariots are still charging into my early legionaries. Again, it's not an ideal fight for me. It'd be better if I had my spearmen. Yeah, if you guys were kind of like moved over here to kind of block the chariots from hitting my swordsmen, that would be better. But a lot of these are just British light chariots, so like... yeah, they're probably not doing great against my heavy infantry. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Yeah, get the spears in front. We are starting to form up in this corridor. And I feel like the snowstorms might be picking up. I don't know. And I think it is. I think I am noticing the effect it's having on my archers. I feel like they would be doing a lot more damage, but still. They're getting the job done. They're running a little low on ammo, which isn't ideal. I would have liked to save some to get rid of all of these chariots, but then again, I feel like a lot of these are light chariots. Yeah, these British light chariots want to charge on into my spears. That is fine by me. Yeah, they're going to be taking a lot of casualties. Head drillers are coming in as well. Yeah, that is fine. Now the barbarian warlord is trying to charge down as well, and again they are just hitting spears and bouncing right off. Yep. They want to get into my spears. Yep, it's not going to be an easy fight for them. Let's go ahead and get the auxilia supporting. And you guys can throw your pilum, that is fine. In fact, General, I don't know if you're too far away for your morale ability to have any effect. I can try blowing the horn to see if it helps. But yeah, there we go. There's a good Pelum toss. There we go.
The enemy king has been slaughtered.
There we go. Now he's down.
Does not poison the carrion birds.
So there's still 19 chariots left in that unit. And light chariots down there. Okay, they lost a lot of their strength there. Now we don't want these 18 head hurlers just to be able to throw their disgusting lime-covered heads at us. So let's go ahead and get our Auxilia to engage. You guys don't need to waste your Pelum on them. Yeah, let's just get rid of these guys in combat if we can. We're down to 12 men. And we don't need to over-chase here. They want to bring another Barbarian Warlord? Yeah, let's go ahead and... Not going to be an easy fight, but let's kind of chop through these guys as well as we can. Actually, look, yeah, I say it wasn't going to be an easy fight. Looks like they lost 10 chariots in that just one little advance right there. And this is where it would be nice to have some missile units left. It would have been nicer if I'd been a little bit more selective with my targets. That would have been smart, but let's go ahead. Let's use my war dogs. I may as well. May as well use them because they're essentially free. And yeah, I don't know how war dogs do against chariots. I mean, I would imagine they do well against the head hurlers just because they have such low defense stats. And chariots as well have pretty low defense stats, but they also have kind of like a special attack as, you know, being chariot units. So that might do a lot of good for them when it comes to fighting dogs, but I'm not sure. And there goes the dogs. And yeah, they're taking down some chariots. Are they? Yeah, gosh, I think those dogs are wrecking those chariots. Jesus. Yeah, I think that's working out pretty well. Yeah, I think they're doing pretty well. The last few chariots are still trying to charge into my infantry block here, but all in all, let's bring my general up here. And Auxilia, let's keep marching them up. And we are just marching up slowly, just killing everything in our path. Head hurlers. And it looks like, are there some chosen swords? Yeah, there's still 10 chosen swords left. And war dog handlers. Ooh, I did not want you in this fight. Darn it. That was a mistake. I do not want my war dog handlers fighting chosen swords, because when they die, yeah, they don't automatically get retrained like the dogs do. Dogs just, you know, respawn. The war dog handlers do not. And yeah, I'm losing men. But there's not much left of the Britons here in this settlement. Yeah, a couple more chariots, one more chosen sword. Let's let the legionary... Oh, there's one more dog. Oh, the dog's gonna get him. The dog's gonna get him. He's gonna bite him in the butt. Go down. Alright, let's get the whole army here. Guys, help out. Don't let it just be between a dog and a man. No fair fighting here. Got stabbed from behind. Perfect.
The day is ours.
Alright, Eburacum is now ours. And depending on how long, so it looks like we did lose 148 men. But depending on how long it takes for us to like leave this settlement before it's okay. Yeah, there's not too many units in Deva. It's just gonna be the 4 units in Deva, and then... Ah, shit, I forgot to check. Population to be massacred, 12,000, so I think that means that we should do that. Also, looting 10,000 feels pretty good as well. Yeah, let's exterminate. It gives us the best chance of being able to move on quickly. So it had 16,000 in there, because I just killed 12,000. And yeah, it looks like we're okay on normal taxes. Of course, that's with the full army inside. So let's go ahead and retrain all of these units so that we can... Actually, let's retrain that, and then let's recruit a peasant unit. And repair the stockade. And do paved roads get me a lot of money? 458 to 507. Yeah, corruption up here is pretty insane. I think instead of working on the paved roads, I should be working on happiness buildings. So for instance, let's look at the... Where are you? Where is there? Sacred Circle of Brigantia. So this is going to be giving public health and happiness. So let's just destroy that. It looks like we can afford to. And let's go ahead and build... I'm thinking Jupiter for that corruption. Or that law bonus to get rid of that corruption. Yeah. And let's go ahead and reduce taxes to make sure the public order is okay. Okay, so that's going to be alright. We're going to be training peasants there. And we can train peasants here as well. We probably should have been doing that anyway. Just continuing to train peasants. We might be able to afford to bring some peasants up.
Imperator.
I don't want them to get intercepted by soldiers from Deva, though. It would take 2 turns to get there from Londinium. I might just hang out here in Eburacum and just train up my own peasants and build my own buildings, and hopefully it doesn't take too long. I can, of course, I mean, these guys can't get there in 1 turn, so like,
Sir.
yeah,
Orders?
I could just do that as well. Yeah, let's just retrain these units in this army, and I might be able to move out as soon as that's done, you know? I might have a few peasants trained up, and then I can just bring up these 2 characters from Londinium, and that might be good. Oh, right. I almost forgot. This army was supposed to go over here and blockade this port.
March.
Yeah, let's make sure that we do that so we can finish that mission. What do we get for that? 1 unit that I can recruit. Ooh, what could it be? Praetorian Guard, perhaps? Or a legionary unit, maybe even? That'd be pretty cool. The fact that I have so much leftover money sitting around, and the fact that the upkeep for early legionaries is the same as the legionaries, it's just the initial recruitment cost that's quite a bit more. I may as well start training them. I have the money for it. I have 8,000 sitting around, and I'm building buildings in every single settlement. I may as well. Yeah, I may as well get these guys going. In fact, do I have... Ooh, okay. Actually, let's wait for the armor to be finished. Right. Because then I can just... I mean, I could always just retrain them. But then what's the point? Well, I can retrain them as in the same turn that I train a new one. So yeah, let's just do that. Let's start training the legionaries in Eburacum. Yeah, that's gonna feel pretty good. Now I need to be getting the next tier of. Yeah, probably should have did that. I was suckered in. I wanted the dockyard. I wanted more money, which is always good. It's good getting money, but it should be time for me to start looking at getting. It's going to be the Hippodrome, which is where I can train the legionary cavalry. And that's going to be a pretty beastly unit. Yeah, that's going to be pretty nice. Attack of 8's like not super crazy, is it? Charge of 6. So on the attack, they're going to be hitting at 14. Defensive 22. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that stacks up against other elite cavalry in this game. I feel like I've been looking at cav units for the Barbarian Invasion, and I feel like I've been looking at their stats. And maybe that's low compared to that, but I'm not sure. But I probably should be looking at that next time. Yeah, as soon as this dockyard's finished, I should probably build a Hippodrome. It's expensive. It's almost 5,000, but I may as well get started on that when I get the chance. Everything is now all set to continue this or to end this turn, so let's go ahead and go here. In fact, I don't even know if I pressed... Did I remember to save? See, I'm nervous now. It should be fine. Don't crash. So yes, so Morbriva is under siege. Let's just drop a save real quick. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I'm just gonna sally out and crush them, I think. Like, I don't know if I'm worried about this. And did my, so my stone walls did finish, so I'm fine. I'm safe. Yeah. Yeah, I should be good. They do have quite a few forces back here, though, in Batavodorum. It's interesting how many they have. Man, the Brutii are going deep on the Germans. Jesus. Yeah, they're doing pretty well. They're doing pretty well. I just want to take Trier off of the Germans. That's the only one I really care about. Just so I can defend this river here. And then, do I even want to take Batavodorum? I don't know. I don't know if it's as defensible as Trier is. And... holding this river would be nice. Against the Brutii in the eventual civil war, but... maybe... I'm looking at this. There's also a river border here. But that's going to be in this element, yeah. Yeah, I'll think about it. I'm not sure yet what I want to do with that. Yeah, before I forget, let's send you here to... why can't you...
Out of move, sir! March!
Alright, I guess we'll get there next turn. I have time on that, right? 2 turns? Yeah, I should be able to do it next turn.
Orders!
And then, yeah, you guys just keep making your way to Numantia.
Forward.
Still just 2 units. Perfect. Love to see it.
Ready to sail!
And can you guys get down here? Oh, that'd be so
Aye, aye,
cool.
Captain. Out of move, sir!
Can you guys land? No? Oh no, darn it. What do they have here? 3 units? Oh my god, that's gonna be so nice. Oh, sweet. I'm gonna be taking 2 settlements in 1 turn, or 1 episode? No freaking way. Not in this episode. Next episode. Sorry, didn't mean to get your hopes up. Shit, I might be 3 settlements in the next episode. Yeah, taking Deva as well. Hell yeah. Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Fleet ready!
Alright, these boats did get retrained. I'm very tempted to go after that 3-star admiral up there.
Yes, Captain!
That's what I'm tempted to do.
Completed, sir!
Okay, so yeah, some more brief has been besieged. And 13,000 in the treasury, that feels good. Senate offices assigned. Harius the Killer is Pontifex Maximus. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Did we get the, I feel like he always runs out of... I feel like a lot of times when they get Pontifex Maximus, they run out of room on the traits list. Because, yeah, I'm not seeing it here. Pontifex Maximus? No, it's not. No, it's not there. Yeah, it's too bad I don't get to see what that does. And Praetor for Flaminius. That is going to be +2 to law and +1 to management. Perfect. And he is in Elysia. Yes, he is. Okay, so yeah, probably getting rid of some corruption. Yeah, that feels good. Perfect. Okay, faction announcements. Manius Tuditanus. Oh, the Tuditanus line is going strong. All right, so you are here in Eubodum. Okay. 1-star command. All right, mildly extravagant. Okay, okay. I feel like you got that from your dad. Your grandpa wasn't extravagant, but I think your dad is. Yeah, he has the same thing. I wonder if that comes like goes down the family line. Yeah, because the original Tuditanus was not extravagant due to my understanding. And I'm pretty sure that I have the Temple of Ceres in Eubodum, not Bacchus. So I'm not really sure where that's coming from. Anyway, going back to the grandson, Manius Tuditanus. Financially irregular, so -1 management, that's not good. Gourmet of life, 10% decreased gossip bribe, and 5% bonus on all trade income. Okay, that's good and bad. Publicly loyal, 100% increases cost. Okay, that makes up for it. Understanding of tactics, +2 command when ambushing and +1 to line of sight. And testy, +1 command and -1 influence. Alright, not great. Not great. But I remember thinking the same thing about you, and you ended up actually being okay over time. Family tragedy, Alipia. I don't know who that is. And Decimus Minucius. Drillmaster. Yeah, Drillmasters. That's the good one, right? There's like no downside to this, I don't think. It's just, yeah, 10% discount on unit training costs and 25% to move-in points. Yeah, perfect. That's just, yeah, that's great. That's all good stuff. So yeah, training stuff here in Londinium would be a lot cheaper now. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to start stocking up on some early legionary cohorts or whatever, I guess. Anything that I want. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff built up. Perfect. Like to see it. And yeah, I'm working on another army. And a ceasefire between the Senate and the Britons and the Germans and the Parthians and the Armenians. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. So we should be able to get Eburacum. Yeah, let's retrain you and then recruit some peasants. And there's no diplomats that are going to bribe my poor peasants, are there? I'm not seeing any. Good. So we might be able to move out of Eburacum next turn. Not this one, but next one. And yeah, they don't have much there, so as long as Eburacum's loyalty holds, and we, of course, as I mentioned before, I can just bring up one of these guys to help out as well. Yeah, we should be able to take Deva. And I can sally out and I can defeat this Britain army. I'm pretty confident in it, at least. Eventually, this army is going to be able to fight against these brigands, and it's going to be supported by some of these units that are here in Lebanon as well. In fact, maybe even Titus Marina can come out. In fact, I don't think I need... Yeah, Titus Marina and then Marcus the Cold-Hearted. They don't need to be in these settlements anymore. They were here initially because I needed them there when I was enslaving Elysia and Samora Riva, but at this point they probably can move out and go elsewhere. I don't know, maybe down to Iberia, perhaps, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. That'll be worth considering. And then, yeah, we'll be marching on Numantia and Carthago Nova as well. But that is all going to have to wait until next time. Before I go, I just wanted to say that if you are enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the videos, sharing the videos, and lastly, by dropping a comment in the comment section. In this way, you will be helping folks like yourself find this channel, and it means that you will be helping this channel grow. Thank you to all who have subscribed so far. Until next time, bye for now.